Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And you know, they say the truth shall set you free. But in the case of Kamala Harris, truth might set you on fire. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, guys, the address is right there in the lower right-hand corner. Type it into your address bar. It's youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. If you like the work we're doing here, you like what we're doing for this country, hit subscribe, absolutely free. Really helps us out. Kamala Harris, you know, I talk about her, I guess, every day. And, you know, the more time goes on with her, the more things I find to say. And the reason is because more truth is coming out about her that she didn't want people to know before. That's a problem. Because the truth for her is like kryptonite. The truth for her is the exact opposite of what she wants. She wants to run a basement campaign like Joe Biden did in 2020. Now suddenly she has to go out and kind of clean up the mess she's making because she made the mistake of actually unveiling what her policies would look like. And now her campaign admits, Amy Klobuchar, she's co-chair of her campaign and she's a senator. She admits that if you like basically Bidenomics, if you like what's going on in your bank account right now, then Kamala Harris is your girl. But if you're struggling, if you're finding the price of things too high, if you're having trouble making ends meet, well, she's here to tell you that Kamala Harris is tied to Joe Biden, that these are their economic policies. She wants you to know that on national television. That would be the last thing I would say. Somebody would, if I was Kamala Harris, somebody would point to Joe Biden and I'd be like, never met him. Never met him. Don't know what he's doing. Because I would not want to be tied to these disastrous economic policies. But apparently that's not the tack that the Harris campaign is taking. And, you know, far be it for me to give him any advice. I want you to listen to Klobuchar in her own words. And then let me know what you think in the comments.
Kristen.
Well, it's great to have you on a big Sunday. As I just laid out, Vice President Harris has momentum right now. The question is, can she keep it? Given that President Biden had historically low approval ratings, given that he was running behind Mr. Trump in a number of different issues, almost every issue, in fact, do you believe that Vice President Harris should be doing more to distance herself from President Biden?
I think President Biden is going to go down as one of the greatest presidents we've had in a long time in this country. And Kamala Harris has been a big part of this administration. They've been partners. They've delivered for the American people. So I think we've got to tell that story. I also am excited about this new chapter in American politics. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, I think, are a wonderful complement to one another. They're real people who've lived middle-class lives. They know what people in this country are going through, and they know how to address the problems, whether it's affordable housing or bringing down the cost of groceries or helping you if you're raising kids in your household or just simply fighting for fundamental rights. So there's a lot of energy. It's exciting. But I'm from Michigan, so I can tell you this is going to be a close race all the way through.
Well, let's delve into some of the policies the vice president laid out, some of her economic policies this week. Among other things, she's proposing a ban on price gouging. Here is what Obama administration economist Jason Furman had to say. He said, quote, "This is not sensible policy. And I think the biggest hope is that it ends up being a lot of rhetoric and not reality. There's no upside here, and there is some downside." He warned effectively that price controls could ultimately stifle economic growth. So do you think that's the best way to bring down prices in Michigan?
Well, I think people are reading too much into what has been put out there. We